20 Minutes with Sarah. Each Thursday at 7 p.m., I will talk with you all so you can know more about me and hear about the issues that are the focus of this campaign. As well, this will be a time for me to answer questions and concerns that are on your mind. Please email me with those questions to sarahsmith4hd76@gmail.com. So hello, my name is Sarah Smith, and I'm running for the Iowa House District 76. I am a common sense, middle class, fourth generation of my district. I come from a family with deep roots in public service who have always taught me that being a good neighbor is about giving back and listening to the concerns of others. I serve on various boards, including Unity Point Grinnell Regional Medical Center, Grinnell Newburgh School Foundation, as well as coaching the girls' high school swim team and youth swim clubs. Over the years, I have also served on PTO, Dollars for Scholars, and chaired a school bond vote. I realized that there are many issues that were impacting rural Iowa in a negative way when I was on these boards, both then and now. My husband Dustin and I have 2 children, a son Alex, who will be a junior at Grinnell High School next year, and a daughter Josie, who will be in 8th grade at Grinnell Middle School next year. I work at Grinnell College in the Office of Community Enhancement and Engagement as the Director of Outreach Programs and Events. We work to connect campus and community by helping to enhance the community's social and economic vitality and showcase Grinnell as a thriving and vibrant community. I have always worked on finding common ground when solving a problem. I believe that the right decision, an informed decision, is made by listening to both sides of an issue, whether that be in my former position as the executive director at Imagine Grinnell, working on the school bond vote, or now at my current job at Grinnell College. I have always and will continue to work on finding ideas from anywhere in a community and focus on making sure that all voices are included and heard. I believe that our area's backbone of economic success is through thriving businesses, farms, and nonprofits. And we need to continuously imagine new ideas, which will result in a stronger economic environment for all. I believe that the following ideas will be a start to help us move towards a stronger economy. The first area I believe that we need to focus on is education. As a graduate of Grinnell High School, a daughter of 2 community college grads, and my father being a board member of the Iowa Valley Community College Board, a mother of 2 children in the Grinnell Newburgh School District, a wife to a Grinnell Newburgh School Board member, and with my work on the Grinnell Newburgh School Foundation Board and a local school bond vote, I believe that public schools and community colleges are the cornerstone of rural communities and are an investment in all of our futures. Everyone is better off when our public schools and community colleges succeed. We need strong schools also to attract and retain young families and businesses. We really need to increase the school funding to be at least with the current school inflation rate of around 3 to 4%. This will be a step in the right direction to supporting our teachers. With the low current SSA percentages that schools have been forced to delay many technology upgrades and reduce opportunities for students. The other area of focus for this campaign is mental health and maternity services. I am concerned about the financial hardships COVID-19 will and have continue to put on our rural hospitals. Many departments, rightfully so, in hospitals had to shut down for a period of time. Hospitals need all areas operating in order to be financially stable. As a member of the Unity Point Grinnell Regional Medical Center Board of Trustees, I know the financial hardships of rural hospitals. There are currently 89 rural hospitals in Iowa, and around 20% of those were already at risk of closing even before COVID-19. We need to increase Medicaid reimbursement rates for our rural hospitals. increasing that rate will be a step in the right direction towards better financial security, including financial support needed to keep labor and delivery departments open. As well, keep in mind that many rural hospitals are one of the largest employers in the community. And as well, we need to make sure that they stay open for the economic stability of our small towns. Iowa, as we all know, ranks as one of the lowest states in the country for mental health care. We need to increase the number of providers and facilities across Iowa to ensure that every person in the state has access to mental health providers. Poweshiek County Mental Health Center was forced to close, and several services have come and gone, leaving our community with fragmented mental health care services. I saw a close personal friend whose mental health struggles led to his own death. As well, I watched a friend struggle to find local mental health services for her 18-year-old son. We need access to mental health professionals and clinics in our rural communities. And the last area is environment. I believe a greener future for Iowans is through supporting programs that focus on improving water quality by funding more research and water monitoring, as well as improving state water quality standards, which would include new pollution standards for streams, rivers, and lakes, as well as put in place sustainable funding for conservation and protection of Iowa's beautiful natural resources. We need to continue to work towards making Iowa a clean state that leads the nation in renewable energy resources by incentivizing clean energy companies to come to Iowa, training the next generation of Iowa workforce in renewable energy jobs, and removing barriers that prevents Iowa from moving to renewable energy practices. We have just started to scratch the surface with regards to our improving our climate. We have so many brilliant and creative minds at our colleges and universities in Iowa. We need to keep putting their ideas into place and practices. I'm running for the Iowa House to be a voice for everyone across our district and state. I have always believed on finding common ground whenever solving a problem, and I believe that the right decision, an informed decision, is by listening to both sides of the issue. Over the past month, I have watched our current leadership, and now more than ever, we need fresh ideas at the State House for paid sick leave, jobs that pay a living wage, affordable and accessible health care, increased mental health care access, internet access to every single part of Iowa, increased funding for our public schools, and supporting small businesses, farmers, and nonprofits. I've had a great deal of experience learning to listen, consider, and support the voices of others. I am working hard each and every day during this pandemic because I am committed to serving the people of Iowa. We need to stand together in love and respect and rid our state of hate and racism and create policies that will finally change our state. Iowa can rise out of all of this stronger, but we are going to need innovative, forward-thinking ideas like mine to get there. Thank you. The next area of 20 Minutes with Sarah is going over questions that I have received from people. So again, please make sure that you send me your concerns and your questions to Sarah Smith for hd76@gmail.com. So the first question that I got this past week is, how am I going to continue to go about campaigning still during this pandemic and during this time? Well, I'm going to tell you the main focus of it is not changing, because the focus is on listening to people in the district. I'm going to do this by hosting Zoom events, calling people, and sending mailers out to many different people in the area. So sending those mailings, those literature, and really it's going to allow people to get to know more about me and my campaign. I want to represent every single person in this district, and I need to be able to listen and meet people in order to achieve that goal. That's why I'm hosting these events on Thursdays on Facebook. Please make sure you invite others to do the same. And I will start to be posting these as well to my website. So please continue to support me. And I also want to put out during this time too, we all know how campaigns are expensive. They're going to continue to be expensive with the mailings and literature that I need to now more than ever reach out to people and get them to know about this campaign and make sure they vote for me in November. And I do want to say that thanks to many generous supporters, this campaign is off to an excellent start. I can proudly announce now that we've raised well over $19,000. We were recently one of 4 campaigns featured in an article by the Iowa Starting Line due to our awesome fundraising efforts. Thank you so much to everyone that supported this campaign. My journey now continues. Now we've passed the primary and now we're headed into the general election. And I thank you to everyone that did vote for me. What an amazing turnout we had. And so now I want to talk with you about how my fundraising still continues today, continuing to network out to more and more people. And I ask for your financial support today. You can go to my website, sarahsmithforiowa.com, and you can give any amount, but every single financial contribution to my campaign means a lot to me, and also is a great show of your support for this campaign. So please do that. I'm grateful for any amount, and every contribution makes a difference. $1,000 buys me 200 yard signs that I will be using. 500 purchases local newspaper and local radio ads. $250 pays for a mailer, and $100 purchases social media ads. So whatever your budget, every contribution is appreciated. Please make your donation today. sarahsmithforiowa.com is where you can make that donation. Thank you. My next question is, do you support increasing community college funding and providing predictable increases for the future of their general funds? You heard a little bit recently about how much community colleges do mean to me. As a daughter of community college grads, as well as my father serving on the Iowa Valley Community College Board, our community colleges need increased state aid funding to make tuition affordable and allow for faculty salaries to be comparable to those paid in other states. We need to look at the state aid funding. It needs to be closer to around the 50% as it was back in the 1980s. This would allow for tuition rates to be lower and allow for Iowa's community colleges to be affordable, accessible, and offer good paying jobs for their faculty and staff. My next question is regarding the infrastructure. So the question is, how do you plan on boosting Iowa's infrastructure after the economic instability brought on by the COVID pandemic? Now more than ever, we all know that future is digital and electronic. We need to think about reimagining and changing our mindsets regarding many of the norms of the past. And I believe one of those norms is allowing making sure that internet is part of that foundation for a stronger economic infrastructure. Fast, reliable internet is no longer a luxury, and it should be viewed as a utility, just like electricity, water, and phone. I'm part of a committee through our school foundation board that is raising money for students and teachers to provide hotspots during these past several months in order for them to just have access to the internet in their homes to do schoolwork. There are so many rural areas and small towns that have spotty or no internet. We need fast, reliable internet in every home and business in Iowa. I have been so impressed also with the number of small businesses that have moved more and more of their ordering to an online platform in order to still earn revenue during this pandemic. We need our small businesses to continue to have online access and to increase their customer base, which will therefore result in higher revenues for them. We need all Iowans to have equal access to fast and reliable internet for school and work. So those are the questions that came in this week. Please send your questions to Sarah Smith for hd76@gmail.com for next week. Just a couple reminders as we close out. First of all, again, I want to send a huge thank you out to everyone that voted for me in the primary. What an amazing turnout. And also for those of you that did vote by mail, that was an incredible number of people that voted by mail for this primary and still made their voices be heard. So thank you to absolutely everyone that voted for me. Let's keep telling 5 people every day about this campaign and continue to increase our network so more and more people will be ready to vote for Sarah Smith in November. And lastly, a couple dates to remember. The first one is July 19th. That is my next financial filing date. So please consider financially supporting my campaign today by visiting sarahsmithforiowa.com. The next date is an upcoming fundraiser that we are very excited about. It should be a fun event. That is Saturday, July 25th. Please save the date. And finally, again, please support our small businesses. They need our help right now, and we need them to survive during this time. So please support your small businesses today. Thanks so much for joining me, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Goodbye.